Corruption in the police is a very common thing. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's the same thing every time, especially African police. In this film, iNumber, we get to see how corruption in the police forces some of our police officers to do what they're not supposed to be doing. At the end of this video, we will get to understand how all this unfolds in this beautiful South African produced film, iNumber. Hello and welcome. Today we are looking at a gangster movie from South Africa. Great movie from 2014 that kind of touches quite a bit on the corruption in African police. Yes, that's a usual day-to-day stuff that happens when it comes to police in Africa, including Uganda, where I come from. The movie is iNumber. There's been a remake of it, but today we're looking at the original one that was done in 2014. It was remade, I think, in 2023, on Netflix. There's a version of this film on Netflix. Today we're looking at the version that was done way back, which is on Tubi, currently screening on Tubi. It was great South African film. Corruption in police versus gangster, undercover cops, if you like that kind of stuff. This is a film for you. If you're new here, my name is Hakim. I'm a filmmaker, and this is where I talk about film-related stuff and anything in that line, and share some of my work on here as well. Yep, let's jump into the trailer. iNumber. Great film. It was named Avenged on Tubi. That's the name, Avenged, but the original title is iNumber. I then number. I don't know why they call it that. We're here to find out. Okay, let's see. Trailer starts now.
Another supermarket was hit today by the
I'm from starting win. If I reward.
That's our undercover cop.
Lapha sinika umuntu. Akasithole reward usina conviction. Uzothola bephila vele.
Ooh. Yeah, this thing is brutal. From 2014. Subtitles, of course.
Yeah. 2 years in a shuna land.
Yeah, 2 years undercover. Didn't get his reward.
The country is always shutting.
Ooh. Yeah, they're not playing. That's the boss.
Gentlemen of the jury, the real McCoy.
Yeah, it's a heist movie. Slash.
Are you ready?
That's actually the guy from Marked, the series. That guy. Marked was also a heist movie. But this one, the action scenes, these action scenes are mad. The way it was filmed was great. There you go, iNumber. At that time, it was coming soon, but it already jumped into cinemas and stuff and streaming too. So iNumber, the original one, it's called Avenged, Avenged, on Tubi. If you want to check it out on Tubi, that's where it is. And also on other platform called Fandango at Home. That's the other space where you can find it, the other streaming platform where you could find it. But there's a remake that we'll be looking at later on in another episode of the same film. At this time, I think 2023, they did a remake called iNumber, Jozi Gold. That one is on Netflix. That's a separate one from this one. This is the original one. It's the one, it was so good that didn't get enough love that some producers really wanted to remake it and reintroduce it to the world. But it reflects gangster life in South Africa, especially Soweto and Johannesburg. There's quite a bit of some gangster stuff going on there. But yeah, let's circle back and see what exactly is going on here. Who's the undercover cop? How did he get undercover? What made him cross? Because he crossed from kind of crossed. There's some spoilers though, but he kind of crossed from being undercover cop to dealing with these gangsters, robbers, heist. It's a heist. It's kind of like, it's a heist movie, let's say, because there's this one big heist that happens and leads to all this crazy stuff going on. And he's involved, that undercover cop. So undercover cop stuff, if you love that stuff, you're going to like this. So let's see what is going on here.
Another supermarket was hit today by the infamous Fandango. Successfully evaded.
So this guy, our main character, is the police guy. He's undercover. He's been undercover for a while. He's actually infiltrated quite a number of gangs. This specific gang at the beginning of the film is one of those that he was able to infiltrate. So,
Ik wil die reward. Ik wil 200K. Tapos ligo mo. Nakastole reward was not conviction. Ja, so betalen bebila man.
So what's happening here? He is trying to get out of this. He's captured. He's been discovered. He's a cop and all that kind of stuff. So he's trying to break out. So his partner, with whom he was hanging the entire movie, helps him escape. It was a tough job. Actually, the opening scene is a crazy one where he's trapped in this safe house where the gangs have him. And it was such a tough job that he had to call his partner to bail him out, you know. Those are the guys that had captured him. So after this, he's celebrating the fact that they made the job happen. They brought down the gang and stuff. And guess what happens? His boss does not want to give him. There was like a reward. But because of the corruption in the police, there was no the reward that he deserved was not given to him. He was so happy. And then this boss, this guy, Crook, he refused to reward him. He was not rewarded because of corruption. You know, money is always there. You're supposed to get the reward. They put like a kind of like a reward for somebody who pulls that off. He was not. So that kind of triggered him to, because he's already part of some other gangs anyway. So this one other gang that he's part of, and he's part of another gang, and he tries to pull his buddy into it because he knows what's happening in another gang. They're going to carry out this huge heist, and he wants his partner to come along with him because they're not making enough money. I just don't know why the police in most African countries are not well paid, and that's a big problem. So he drags him into it. He's like, hey, look, you have a baby on the way, you need money. And these are normal things in life where people get, you know, desperate times. You know, how do you pronounce that? When you're desperate, when people are desperate, they do crazy things. So he drags his buddy into this mess, this guy. And this is the gang that you see here. The characters in this gang are they're very outstanding, including this guy in the middle, where you see. So this guy in the middle, this guy used to be a real gangster. He was living that life for real. So he auditioned for the film. He made it and he pulled it off. He was nuts in this film. His character, he really brought out what it was like. That's why I think this film kind of a lot of people liked it at that time, but it didn't get enough love like it really deserved, you know. So this is the gang, and yeah, there's him, undercover cop in the gang. They have to do this crazy heist, and he needs money, right? Because the police is not honest. They don't award his work, what he's worth, you know. And this is the boss, you know. So a lot of stuff happens here. Here he's trying to talk him into the heist, you know. So that, of course, these are one of the characters. There was this guy. This was another interesting one. This guy was the most badass. It's a great gangster film to watch slash heist. If you enjoy heist put together with gangster stuff. So they pull off the heist. And I mean, The rest is history, guys. But it's available on Tubi if you want to check it out. But yeah, police is the police has so many issues, especially in Africa. These kind of films speak to us. There are always messages in there, but it's just that some people don't get to learn exactly why those movies are made. Most movies are made based off real life events and human behavior and all that stuff. So yeah, that's all for iNumber. I'll circle back with the revised version of this film, which I didn't love as much as the original one. The original one was great. I love it because I watched both. But the other one, the newer one, the Netflix one, I don't know. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Okay, if you enjoy this kind of content, give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.